got the number 3 national player, number 6, number 1 player in Georgia. Mm-hmm. Number 1 player in the state of Louisiana. Number 1 player in Wisconsin.
Welcome to Kyle Field, home to the Texas A&M Aggies, a unique and special environment in college football. This crowd coming together to make up the 12th man, trying to make it very difficult for any opponent. And a game like this is what makes college football great. Yeah, there's history and tradition, but right here, right now, there is tremendous intensity and bitterness on this field. You can feel it. As we'll see the #2 team in the country, LSU Tigers, taking on the 9th-ranked team, the Texas A&M Aggies. 3A Sports College Football. I'm Chris Fowler, here in the booth with Kirk Herbstreit. I think we've talked long enough, Kirk. Let's get this game going. Now they get set to kick it away. So no return here. He takes it in the end zone, and they'll begin the drive at the 25. So the Texas A&M Aggies offense going to get the chance to start this game off. Well, Kirk, you can just feel the emotion, the intensity of this rivalry game right now.
Well, one thing we know is you work year-round for a rivalry game, and now it's right before your eyes. Let's see how these guys play today.
First down here for this offense. Here's the handoff. The game moves the ball to a 34.
Chris, I know it's the first play of the game, but boy, nice job by this offensive line. The back gets behind him, picks up some positive yards.
Second down play coming up.
Hello? Hello?
They'll run it here. Running back has the ball. Well, they test the middle there, but get nothing. They need a yard here in third down to keep this opening drive going. Well, Kirk, you played in rivalry games. No shortage of inspiration, but how do you manage the emotion of it all?
Well, I think you need great leadership from the team. Sometimes teams don't handle the emotions of it, and the game can get sideways on you. The teams that play the best in rivalry games are the teams that have the best leaders to keep them focused on the task at hand.
With the return, it's Anderson. The returner tackled right there. That's when we'll start the drive. So the LSU Tigers offense takes the field. The first chance we had to see them today. Well, it's not easy to narrow down the impact players to just a few guys, Kirk, but what do you expect from them today?
Well, we got guys that can make plays as well as anybody in the country on both sides of the ball. That's why I think this matchup is so exciting. Two good teams with great individual players.
And the defense swarms not much of a gain on that completion. Just underway, and this home crowd is fired up and ready to make a difference today. He's moving out of the pocket now. Ball carrier heads out of bounds, but the pickup is good enough to move the chains. First down.
Oh, this is a great job here. Looks downfield, nobody open, takes off and tries to use his legs to go for it. And gets to the sidelines, gets out of bounds, avoids the hit, and most importantly, he got that first down.
Second down after that run on the previous play. And from the shotgun, an inside handoff. Defense gets him down, but they'll take the gain on that play. And remember, the last time these teams met, it came right down to the wire.
Well, Chris, there's so many great rivalry games that we all look forward to every single year. But with these two teams, it just always seems to be a tight matchup.
That moves the football inside the 40, and it's another first down.
How about the offensive line here? Just a hat on a hat, opening up just enough room for the back to squeeze through there for a nice game.
Caught on the outside. It's Anderson. And the runner scoots out of bounds after gaining some decent yardage. That completion makes it second and short. And the quarterback drops back looking for an open man. The short completion of the tight end. And he's brought down, but not before he gets first down yardage.
Well, this is what coaches love to see. A quarterback with the ability to read the defense properly and then just get it to the open man. Sometimes it sounds simple, but it's tough to execute. This time we have good recognition by the quarterback. Then he gets it down to the tight end. You can see what he can do after the catch.
So here comes second down now. Every play important down here in the red zone. Dropping back, it's Nussmeier. Looking to the end zone. Looking for a touchdown, but it's incomplete.
Really good job here by the defense in coverage. Did a nice job here of staying in phase with the receiver. There's no chance for a completion at all.
Looking for the end zone, but not complete. Coach electing to go for a field goal attempt. Met kick right down the middle. Can't hit it any better than that. So we have our first points on the board. That makes it 3-0. Following the field goal, the kickoff team is out there now.
And that one, my gosh, I mean, it's almost too easy. Nice kick.
And he'll lead the kickoff right there. We'll start with the 25. And the Texas A&M offense heads back out onto the field. They're coming off a quick 3-and-out, so looking to put something together on this drive with a little more urgency. They bring him down to the 32-yard line. Second down after that run on the previous play. Out of the shotgun, he'll hand it off. The sophomore with a strong tackle there. That run sets up an important third down call for this offense. Can he make it to the marker? And they tackle him, but not before he picks up the first.
You know, offensive linemen are just a certain breed. They're always going to do their job, no matter who's back there carrying the ball. I'll tell you what, they have a little bit more confidence when the person that's carrying the ball can break off some big-time runs. That makes him block just a little bit harder, knowing what he's potentially capable of doing.
Quarterback looking to pass here on second down. Here's a screen pass to the running back. And he breaks the tackle on the way to a solid gain there.
Screen plays are risky because the defense can get to the quarterback, and it also can be covered. Many times, the quarterback just throws it away. Here they get some positive yards.
It's an out route, the catch made. And they tackle him, but not before a huge gain down near the 26. And the Aggies will come to the line to crank up the tempo.
The defense is spread all over the field, creating some one-on-one matchups, and the quarterback makes them pay for it.
Now we run a draw play. And that's a solid gain for the defense, able to bring him down.
The draw is a good way to keep the defensive line in check and use their aggressiveness against them. It can be real effective, even in passing situations, if you mix it in correctly.
That one falls incomplete. Looking for a flag, doesn't get it. Brings up third down. Offense sets up for play number 8 on this drive. They go with a direct snap. Brought down, but it's past the line to gain.
Well, Chris, to me, the defense looks like they're dropping back in zone coverage, worried about a pass play here on third down. Instead, the offense elects to run the ball, catches them off guard, and it's good enough for a first down.
Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2. It's LSU on top as we take the break for the quarter. Let's check out the stats now through the opening period. Plenty of time for some plot twists here as we begin the second quarter. Here we go. First play of the quarter. Offense setting up for a second down play. They'll run it here. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. And they convert here on third down in the red zone. This is a 4-point type of play. Touchdown or field goal. Looking downfield. It's Reed. And he finds his tight end for the catch.
Well, this is why running the football is so important. You run the ball, and when you go play action, it affects the eyes of the safeties and linebackers and frees up some space for the tight end to be able to pick up a nice gain.
Right down the middle. And we're all tied up now.
Well, they almost put a touchdown on the board, but instead they come away with 3 points.
So after the field goal, the kicker out there again to boot it away. Fielded in the end zone. It's Parker. He's tackled at the 17, so it would have been better to leave it in the end zone for a touchback. Okay, so here comes the LSU offense back on the field. The last possession, they moved it, but settled for a chip shot, so sort of an unsatisfying result. Looking to do more here. A solid 8-yard gain brings up a 2nd and 2. And here's the handoff. Tackle right at the 30, good enough to move the sticks.
Chris, it feels good to see an LSU team be able to run the football when you know they're going to run it. I mean, they've been doing that forever, going all the way back to like Jacob Hester and Kevin Falk. His ability to run the ball and catch out of the backfield. Leonard Fournette. And, of course, Clyde Edwards-Helaire on that great 2019 team. And now, LSU stable of backs again on this roster, too.
LSU getting set with a 1st and 10 now. There's the snap. Looking to throw the ball. And the pass is dropped. Would have been a big game, but he couldn't hold on. Offense getting set. It's 2nd down. And he's back to throw again after they didn't get completion on 1st down. It's incomplete. That was caused by the defensive pressure. And now it brings up 3rd down. Not going to be easy here. Backed up a long way to go for a 1st down. There's contact on the throw. Incomplete. He was hit as he threw the ball. That's a big 3rd down defensive play. And the punt team now on to kick it away. And the returner is brought down. Here comes the Texas A&M offense back on the field. The last possession, they had to settle for a chip shot field goal. Can they find the end zone this time out? Oh, that one's picked off. Breaking ankles with the spin move. And he's wrapped up after a solid return.
Chris, I think I could hear him calling out blocks after that pick. Or was it the defensive coordinator next door up here in the booth? Either way, they were looking to score after coming up with that interception. The offense, if they did anything right, it was keeping them out of the end zone.
So the counter play doesn't work. The defense in good position that time to make a play.
You know, on most of these counters, you leave the in-man in the line of scrimmage unblocked, and you try to pull those offensive linemen to kick him out. But if you have an aggressive defense, sometimes that can backfire, and the defense knew exactly what was coming there.
It's incomplete. He was hit as he threw that time, and now 3rd down coming up. To the air, it's Nussmeier. They bring the heat and get him behind the line.
Great call here going with that nickel defense, giving you more speed on the field in that 3rd down and long. Nowhere to go. Gave the defensive line plenty of time to come up with that sack. Now it's 4th down and long.
And it's no good. He missed it. He missed it. The game remains tied.
Boy, these guys usually more reliable in this. I thought that was going to be an easy field goal in 3 points, but instead he misses, so you walk away with nothing.
Comes the Aggies offense back on the field. Remember, the last possession ended quickly. The interception on the 1st play. Let's see if they can do better here. Caught over the middle. It's Watson. A big hit by the linebacker, able to knock him down. Offense getting set up. Here's 2nd down. And the ball is handed off out of the shotgun. Solid run. They'll bring it down at the 28-yard line.
Well, they didn't bust that for a big play, but it makes this 3rd down coming up a little bit more manageable, and that certainly has a lot of value.
So from the 28-yard line, it's a 3rd and manageable here. Can he get there on the ground? And he's brought down, but he does have enough for the 1st down.
Sometimes I almost get mesmerized watching these runners who have great vision. You know, the eyes that carry their feet to the open space, making people miss. I just love watching those guys do work.
Caught behind the line. It's Barber. And he's tackled for a loss after the catch. The defense all over that one.
Just a really good job by the corner here, recognizing this wide receiver screen. Because he was so quick to react, when the receiver makes the catch, he's right there to make that tackle.
It's a screen pass complete to the running back. And he's brought down. Good job by the defense getting through the blockers. But he stopped short of the 1st down. Offense been in reverse here. Now a long way to go to convert this 3rd down.
Again, this is a really nice job here by the defense, keeping everything in front.
And he lost it deep over the middle. And it's picked off. He throws it right into double coverage and pays for it.
Ooh, this is
Can he take it all the way? He steps out of bounds. A solid return and a great play to set up his offense here.
Well, a mistake by the quarterback of putting that up in the air, but a great play by the free safety. You know, you sit back in cover 3, the center fielder is the free safety. He's got his eyes on the quarterback, and when that ball is released, he's got to show an athletic ability to be able to go find the football and come down with it for an interception.
Able to fight for a decent gain here in that running play. The clock has stopped. We've reached the 2-minute warning before halftime. The offense goes 5 wide, empty backfield. Looking to throw. It's Nussmeier. He's hit right as he throws it. Incomplete.
Well, it's pretty simple. The defensive line does a great job of getting after the quarterback and forcing him into that incompletion.
Drops back, looking to throw for it on 3rd down. Hit as he releases it, and the pass ball is incomplete. So they're short on 4th down, and the coach decides to trot out the field goal team. This will be a 50-yard attempt to see if he's got the leg. He missed it. That one's off target, and the game will remain tied. And here comes the Texas A&M offense back on the field. The last possession ended in an interception. Let's see if they continue to trust this quarterback in the passing game. That one falls incomplete. Good defensive play. Brings up 2nd down. Quarterback drops back. It's a quick grab. And heads out of bounds after a decent gain. Critical 3rd down play for this offense right here. Dropping back. We're going to throw for the 1st down. Running back has it on the screen now. Heads out of bounds after a solid gain. More than enough to pick up a 1st down.
Well, this is great execution here on this screenplay to the running back to pick up big yards on the 1st down. I think in a process, Chris, they send a message to the defense. You can rush our quarterback all you want, but when you do, you better be careful because we're going to throw the screen on him.
He makes the grab. He makes the tackle, but that's a solid gain. Moves the ball to the 34. About time this offense gets going. It's a 1st and 10. There's the snap. Quarterback setting up the throw. Falls incomplete. Broken up by the defender nicely that time.
When his quarterback is living on the edge. Remember, he threw an interception in the last drive. Thought he might learn from that. Instead, he throws the ball right back into coverage. I thought he threw another pick. You better change the way he's playing the game or he's going to cost his team the game.
It's incomplete. He took a hit as he threw the football, and it brings up a 3rd down. Or just gives up on the play, throws it away, and now it's 4th down. So now on comes the field goal unit. This will be a long-range attempt, 51 yards out. And that one's straight down the middle.
Well, this guy has such a strong leg. No problem. Up into the net from 50+.
So they set it for 3 here, and now the kickoff. See if the opposing offense can answer before halftime. Fields it just outside the goal line. Makes it to the 16. That's good coverage there. And here comes that LSU offense back onto the field. Backed up this close to the end zone in the final minute. Let's say they just decide to take care of the football and look toward the 2nd half. And he pulls in the catch. Tackled right at the 30. Good enough to move the sticks. On 1st and 10, looking to throw. Gets the ball up as he's hit.
Oh, Ryan getting whooped out there.
Man, you gotta love this if you're defensive coordinator. It's all about affecting the quarterback and getting pressure on him. This time they got to him and forced that incompletion.
Looking for a deep completion. Catch made way down to the 25.
There we go.
He'll take it into the end zone.
There we go.
By you Bengals.
Boy, we see more and more of this in college football. If you get the right guy in that slot that can win the one-on-one matchups, you take some chances. Here they got the matchup that they wanted and hit it for the touchdown.
And they get set now to try the PAT. Extra point makes the lead 4. So the offense gets momentum scoring before halftime. Now the kickoff to see if the defense can get a stop and preserve that momentum. And it's fielded. Returner trying to create a big play here. He'll be tackled at the 17. Strong job by the coverage team. And the Texas A&M offense heads back out onto the field. Let's see what they do here in the final minute of the half. Try to get aggressive and cut into this lead or play it safe.
Well, they don't make the completion here. The timing seemed to be off between the quarterback and the receiver. Man, this defensive coordinator, he may want to consider getting more pressure on this quarterback by changing some things up.
And he'll loft this one deep
Oh,
to the left
man.
side. Dives to make the grab for a huge gain. The timeout is called to talk strategy. Close game here as we approach halftime.
So impressed here, Chris, with this effort by the receiver. This ball is thrown way downfield, and actually it's thrown beyond him. I thought it was too far. This guy somehow lays out and comes down with a huge completion.
He'll avoid the tackle there with a slide. The offense will call a timeout. That's their second of the half.
Well, they did a good job of getting pressure on the quarterback, but, man, make the play. Bring him down. Instead, they give up positive yards here on the scramble.
Looking to pass. It's Reed. And they hit him just as he releases the ball. It's incomplete.
Well, everybody talks about sacks, and they're very important. But sometimes just the rush, the pressure affecting the quarterback is just as effective. He didn't have a clean throwing lane, and they forced the incompletion.
So the offense looking to be efficient here. Not much time remaining before the end of the half. And that's incomplete. Just 8 seconds remaining now.
Hey, the good news is here, Chris, they're still in field goal range. They didn't cost themselves any points, but they could have more. Got to be thinking about going for this on 4th and short.
Oh, man. They got a hell of a kicker.
Boy, this guy had plenty of left here, too. Chris, you know the days when a kick from 50-plus was a major accomplishment? Now these guys knock these out like they're almost automatic.
Hell of a kicker.
So here's the kickoff now. Offense settling for 3, tacking on a little bit of momentum before the halftime break. They'll return it from inside the 10-yard line. Stop at the 22. That's pretty solid coverage there. Looks like they'll take a knee in the final play and head to halftime with the lead. Looks like the offense content to run the clock out here and go to halftime. Talk about the second half. And that will do it for the first half here. Kevin Connors now has our halftime update.
Fellas, what an environment there today. All the animosity and flat-out hatred that comes with a good old-fashioned rivalry game on display in that first half. And there is no better place to start this halftime than by reviewing how this wideout has been a one-man wrecking crew. The kid's been everywhere. And I love how he's willing to go across the middle, but that he also has the chance to burn these DBs on the deep ball. If this defense wants to actually come back in this one, they better hide his cleats.
The Aggies will kick this away to begin the second half. Well, he thought about coming out, but instead takes a knee. Will bring the Bengals offenses back out on the field. First play of the drive, they'll come out throwing. And it's incomplete, even in a first down throw. He was under some heavy pressure. Getting set. There's second down. He'll hand it off. It's a nice wrap-up there by the junior.
See, that's how you limit what an offense wants to do. This time, the defense just won the battle up front at the line of scrimmage, not giving up any big plays. Everybody's gap sound. It's really solid defense.
Incomplete. He's hit as he threw the football there on third down.
Well, this is exactly what the defense talked about at halftime, coming up with a stop to start this second half. Now they've done that on this third down. We'll see what happens with the decision on fourth down, but the defense looks at a very different kind of energy to start the second half.
The coverage team able to bring him down. Here comes the Texas A&M offense back on the field. The last drive produced 3 points thanks to an excellent long-range field goal. He decides to keep it here. He stopped just short of that first down marker, inches away from it.
Boy, positive yards there on 1st and 10. Good job up front by that offensive line. Good hard running by this running back. And now you got a lot of options. That playbook can really open up on 2nd and inches.
Come to the line for 2nd down and very short now. Using his legs, it's Moss. Looks like Texas A&M will have the first down.
It was a nice job up front by the offensive line. Give the running back an assist for setting those blocks up before he was able to get downfield for the first down.
Fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. Handoff to the back. They try the middle, but gain nothing on that play.
It was an excellent effort by this defense, just staying in their run fence, holding their own at the line of scrimmage, and then making a tackle. Offense just couldn't get enough of a push to get any yards at all.
Grab down the middle. It's Watson. They stop the receiver, but that's a solid gain on that play.
And there's the tight end who shows off his hands.
It's 3rd down for the offense. Try and muscle for the first down. They make the stop just short of the marker. It's going to be 4th down and inches to go.
Boy, this guy did everything that he could to try to get to that first down marker. It looks like he's just going to be inches short, and it's decision time for the offensive coordinator and head coach.
And at 4th down, they'll punt it away here. Okay, so here comes the LSU offense back on the field. This has been an uphill battle for both offenses. Let's see if they can get it going this time. First down play call. How aggressive will it be? Ball handed off. Solid contact at the 45-yard line.
Great job by the offensive line here, opening up some holes and giving the running back room to run on first down. Plays like this can open up the playbook for the play caller, allow him to make that defense think they're going to run, maybe play action, maybe throw the ball downfield.
Off the play fake, looking to throw the football. And he's going to rifle this one deep to the left side.
Oh, hung on to it. Good.
Catch is made way down inside the 30. That'll put him over 150 yards today, Kirk. He is putting on a show on this big stage.
How great is this? On this stage, as you mentioned, Chris, just playing his best game. He's been in sync with his receivers. Back there, has time to throw. Just having a dream performance.
Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2.
Not getting out of
We all kind of get caught up in 3rd down. What's the offense doing on 3rd down? But I think what's also important is how well you defend 1st down. If you could,
and now the ball comes out. A disastrous play from the start. Offense recovers the fumble, maintains possession. Defense are going to keep the pressure on. 3rd down coming up. To the air. It's Nussmeier. Running out of time in the pocket. He's hit right as he throws it. Incomplete.
Boy, the defense rolls the dice here on this screen pass. If they don't hit this quarterback, this is a big play. But give them credit. They were able to get to him before they were able to complete that pass.
Man, this dude is killing me.
And the lead remains at 1 after the miss.
Now, that's going to go down as an empty possession for this offense. No points as he's off target. Now you can see he's hanging his head for a kicker.
After this team, we missed 3 of them already.
Back on the field.
It's 9 points.
They came up empty, had to kick it away, and they come up with something here. They'll run it from the gun. Some hard running there through the tackle. Offense getting set. Second down play here. Heading left after the handoff. Fights off a defender. Breaking free at midfield. A big play leads the ball across midfield. The opponent's 43. And the Aggies hustle to the line to crank up the tempo. They trust the left side of the offensive line and come up with a huge play on the ground.
Yeah, your favorite, Chris, there. The old pin and pull there to the left side. Great blocking on the left side, able to create a great push. Nice crease in the back. Found that with the vision. Picks up some big yards for that first down.
Finally marked out after a big game, but hold on. There's a penalty marker on the field. Let's check this out. Pretty easy call for the head coach. He will accept that penalty, of course. Penalty makes it first down and 20. Out of the shotgun, he hands it off. And the Soft were able to bring him down quickly.
You know, in the era that we live in right now, everybody wants to spread the field around, try to create space, try to create one-on-one matchups, and the defense is countered over the years by trying to play out wide. But here's a great example of the defense has the ability to play wide, but still be solid at the line of scrimmage and not give up big run plays.
They're backed up here, trying to make something happen on 3rd and long. Scanning the field. It's Reed. Quick throw over the middle. And it's incomplete. The defensive pressure affected his throw that time.
My defense going to hardly in trouble.
Team to give it a shot. This is a long way out. The kicker has good range, but this one is from 58 yards out. Who missed it? No good.
Man.
After the miss, still losing by that single point. And here comes that LSU offense back onto the field. Off the play fake, looking to throw. Nice grab. It's Lacey. Breaks one tackle, gets brought down, but picks up some decent yardage. That completion sets up a second down play. Pre-snap motion from the offense. They flip it to him on the jet sweep. They'll actually lose yardage after the catch. The defense all over him that time. Offense are going to keep the drive alive. It's 3rd down. And he'll set up to throw. And he's looking to make a big play downfield. And it's let it fly on 3rd down, but now it brings up 4th.
Man, on your own side of the field, you're playing a risky game here, 3rd and short. Your goal should just be keep this drive alive the best way you can sometimes. Just hand the ball off to your running back and have him get behind that offensive line and go to work. Curious to see what they do now here on this 4th and short.
And the returner is tackled by this punt coverage team. And here comes the Texas A&M offense back on the field. The last drive was a little demoralizing. They stalled and then missed a field goal. Looking for some space. It's Moss. Solid run. They'll bring it down to the 28-yard line.
It's a good, solid game. 5 or 6 yards. Love to see that from the running game.
Now it's 2nd down here. They're going to run it here. And he's brought down short of the line to gain what should be the last play of this 3rd quarter. And as we take a break to flip into the field, let's take a quick look at the current national rankings. Set now for the 4th quarter. Who's going to make the crucial plays and take home this W? A big play here after the break. Offense trying to convert here on 3rd down. On the ground, trying for the first down with a tight end. Tackled, but only after picking up a fresh set of downs. Texas A&M getting set with a 1st and 10 now. To throw, it's Reed. Finds that big tight end for a short pass. A big hit by the linebacker. Physical tackle there, big versus big.
That's a good job here, staying ahead of the chain. Good pickup here on 1st down. The quarterback hits the safety valve that time. Second and manageable here for this offense.
Here's the 2nd down play. It's a quarterback keeper. Football comes out. Defense recovers the fumble. Big takeaway.
Well, the defense saw the quarterback keeping the ball, and their eyes lit up trying to get to him to knock that ball away. And as a quarterback, he's got to do a better job on these design runs. He can't afford to keep the ball loose in traffic. He has to hold on tight, keep that ball close to his body, or they're going to turn it over every time.
And that Bayou Bengals offense is back out on the field. They were held to a quick 3-and-out last time, looking to put together a positive drive here. Caught on the outside, it's Lacey. Heads out of bounds as a short gain on the play.
Chris, it's so much fun to watch the athleticism at the wide receiver position nowadays. The ability to make plays on the outside is extraordinary. And they bring a certain tough.
Airing this one out toward the sideline. And the deep shot falls incomplete, but wait, there is a flag on the play, so check that out. Defender flag for being a little too aggressive. Offense gets 15 and a fresh set of downs. Fresh set of downs for the offense, 1st down. They'll hand it off. They stop him, but it's a 1st down.
Good call here by the offense to be able to pick up this 1st down. And, Chris, it makes you wonder, with under 3 minutes to go in this game and trailing, the defense sitting back in their base, I thought they might be in a little bit more of an aggressive mindset, turning the blitz loose, trying to create some plays to get the football back.
They bring him down, but a solid game there on 1st down. Looks to be just inches short of the mark. So down here in the red zone, every yard tough to find. Here is a crucial play coming up. Looks like LSU has the 1st down.
And that's going to be a 1st down. And really, Chris, kind of surprised here in the 4th quarter not to see this defense dial up some pressure. They're just sitting back in the base, making it relatively easy for the offense to pick up a 1st down on the ground.
He's tackled down at the 4-yard line. Defense getting pushed back. 2nd and goal for the offense. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. Couldn't quite get there, brought down at the 2. Urgency here, got to cut it this lead. It's 3rd down and goal. On the ground, trying to power toward the goal line. And he runs it into the end zone. Touchdown, LSU.
But when you have a big physical offensive line, you can wait to 3rd and goal and rely on them and the running back to get you a touchdown.
Now to try here for the extra point. The extra point up and good. So the lead now is 8 here in the 4th quarter. Getting set to kick the ball off now. He thought about returning it, but instead takes a knee. It'll be a touchback. We'll start at the 25. And the Texas A&M offense heads back out onto the field. Shotgun formation. Here's an inside handoff. Change of direction.
The defense coordinator this week all the time is about gap integrity, not giving this running back any creases at all. Really sound defense on that play.
Second down after that run on the previous play. There's the handoff. Running through the tackle. Tackle way behind the line. He'll lose 6 there.
Chris, that play just didn't have much of a chance at all from the snap. Quarterback hands this off, and there's nowhere to go. It's almost like the defense was anticipating the play call, and they put themselves in a position to come up with a nice tackle for a loss.
So the offense getting set. This is not where you want to be against this defense. 3rd and long. To throw, it's Reed. Looking to set up a screen pass here. The defense stops him short of the marker in that screen. 4th down coming up.
Well, it's 3rd down and forever. The defense is kind of sitting back in what I would say is like a prevent defense, just trying to avoid the big play, and it almost cost him. The quarterback checks it to his running back, and the running back shows you he can pick up a lot of yards. So it's 4th down, but at least it's a little bit more manageable.
What a move, breaking ankles and still going. Good effort by the return man. They get him down, but that's a solid gain in return. Okay, so here comes the LSU offense back on the field. This game just got tighter. The temptation might be to sit on this lead, but we'll see how aggressive they get. 1st down play call coming up. How aggressive will it be? Use the running game to chew on this clock now.
Chris, good job on this stuff. Remember, the ball is inbounds, and the clock keeps moving here late in the game, and you're trailing. As a defense, you got to start thinking about utilizing those timeouts. You have all 3 to use. What point?
And he lofts it toward the left sideline.
I heard me one.
It's a good effort there. Now it's 3rd down. We come to the line. A long way to go for the 1st down, but needing this crucial conversion right now. And he'll drop back here on 3rd down. And now another deep ball here. Picked off, a crucial turnover. And he'll be taken down, but after a good return.
That's just a poor decision by the offensive coordinator and the quarterback working with the lead. Run the football here and work the clock instead. Throws it into coverage. Now they got a chance to get right back in the game.
Here comes the Texas A&M offense back on the field. They're coming off a 3-and-out, looking to produce a positive drive here. To throw, it's Reed. Running back grabs it on the screen. Good job with the defense to fight through the blocks on that screen. He's short of the 1st down mark.
You can see what the offense is trying to do here with this screenplay, but they avoid disaster by at least getting a few positive yards. The defense doing a great job of anticipating the screen here.
Short completion there. 2nd down coming up. Here's the snap. Quarterback looking to throw. It's incomplete. That was caused by the defensive pressure. And now it brings up 3rd down.
Kind of a fine line here, Chris, for me when it comes to throwing a screen pass. You don't want to throw it too early, obviously, and the defense reacts quickly and can sniff it out. And you definitely don't want to throw it too late and potentially get sacked. You've got to make sure it hits just right for this play to work.
On 3rd down, he drops to throw. The pass rush closing in. Able to throw it away. He felt the heavy pressure, took a hit, but got rid of the football.
You know, I talk to defensive coordinators all over the country, and they're quick to point out the term affecting the quarterback. They kind of almost get offended when you want to talk to them about sacks. Sometimes it's just about getting into his face, affecting his vision. It's exactly what they did right here.
Trying for a 4th down completion. And he lofts it toward the sideline.
How did it even happen?
I'm going to get him. He's in. Touchdown, A&M.
Boy, what a great job by this offense to put this touchdown up on the board. With under 3 minutes to go, it's a no-brainer. You go for 2 and try to tie this game up here late.
So they get the touchdown. Now looking for the 2-point conversion to tie this one up late. Back to throw. It's Reed. Locates the tight end. And he runs it into the end zone. The 2-point try makes this a tie game here in the final quarter. Kickoff team on the field getting set now. Fields it inside the 5-yard line. And he stopped at the 20. Tried to make up and happen. That's good coverage there. And here comes that LSU offense back onto the field. We'll see if this quarterback can shake off the interception he threw in the last possession. First down here. Time for one more play before the clock stops for the 2-minute warning. Off the play fake on first down. Looks to the left for a quick throw. Pass is caught right near the sideline. What a catch. Does get the foot down. So one play moves the ball to the 38. It'll be first down. Here's the snap, and he's looking to throw. Here's a shot toward the right sideline. Deep ball caught inside the 10. The tackle is made. The offense is now set up with a first and goal from the 8.
Well, when the dust settles and the games are over, it's how many big plays did you create and how many did you prevent. This is a
no shot to bring him down. And now the defense decides to spend the timeout to regroup a bit.
Positive yards at this point in the game are always important, especially now that you're starting to get well within the range of the field goal to take the lead. But if I'm this offensive coordinator and quarterback, I'm thinking about a touchdown here late in the game.
Defense spends their second timeout to try to regroup. Urgency here in the fourth quarter. They must cut into this lead. It's third down and goal. On the ground, trying to punch it in for the score. And now the defense will call a timeout here. There's something they didn't like about that one, and they'll make an adjustment for this important play. So on fourth down, out trots the place kicker in a very big spot here. And a timeout is called. They'll talk it over time late here in the fourth quarter. No field goal try here. You're going to try to break the tie with a touchdown in the final quarter. And that's how the quarterback sneak. Touchdown Tigers. And they'll claim the fourth quarter lead.
What a thing of beauty by this offense to put that go-ahead score up on the board. The quarterback played with tremendous composure when the game was on the line. Now we'll see if his own defense can hold on to this lead.
Extra point try coming now. PAT is up and good. They lead by a touchdown here in the fourth quarter. Here's the kickoff team now, set to boot this one away. And it comes out to the 25. No return attempted there. And here comes the Aggies offense back on the field. So here we go. It could come down to this possession, Kirk. Sets up as a potential classic finish.
Well, Chris, after everything that's going on in this field in the rivalry game, if you're a quarterback, this is what you dream about. Having the ball in your hands with a chance to lead your team down and potentially win this game.
Dropping back, it's Reed. Makes a quick catch.
Man, give the defense a lot of credit. You're taking away the elite receiver, that primary target, forces the quarterback to find a second or third option. He gets positive yards, but anytime you can take away the big play late in the game, it's going to help you be able to secure victory.
He's picked for a third time tonight. And that's a solid return after the interception.
Boy, would this quarterback love to have this one back. They're trying to work themselves back into this game here in the second half, and the defense comes up with a big turnover that could be the nail in the coffin.
Different pre-snap look from the linebackers now. And that Bayou Bengals offense is back out on the field. They'll go with the ground game here. Running back takes the handoff. In the final minute here, you'd expect them to take a knee and just secure the victory. But will they? Second down after that run on the previous play. Using the ground game here. Tailback has the handoff. They make the stop, but not before a solid gain that time.
Boy, this offense's execution
Got away with a win.
Game long, but especially in this fourth quarter. They're getting better and
After
better.
missing 3
and this
field
defense
goals.
seems to have just quit out there.
Defense held strong.
Wins are not easy. You go in there and hammer your rival. Get bragging rights. That's sweet, man.
Yeah, this one is a little bit different. I mean, this is a game you anticipate, you look forward to the entire offseason. You're thinking about it. Now you get a big win against your rival. You're riding that high much longer than your standard win.
And that is going to wrap it up. We enjoyed this one here. Kirk Street, I'm Chris Fowler, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.